This is a First Warn Tri-Cities Severe Weather Alerts. Here is Skylar Doyle.
Welcome in First Warn Tri-Cities live severe weather coverage. I'm Skylar Doyle here with you. We have some severe weather moving through. Right now there is not a tornado warning in the area. There is one just outside of the area that was just issued. I could see one being issued here inside the area any minute now because of some storms that we are watching in the viewing area. Let's go ahead and zoom into southeast Kentucky. A tornado warning, by the way, which if this gets extended would include Bell, Highland, and Leslie County, goes until 2:15 for parts of. And as we come on the area, severe thunderstorm watch has just been issued for the Tri-Cities till 9 o'clock tonight. National Weather Service here going to go ahead and issue a severe thunderstorm watch. Let me get that for you graphically. This will include, I believe, this will include our entire viewing area here. So let's go ahead and get that again for you graphically. And yes, that goes until 9 o'clock tonight. So again, we are going to be here for the long haul severe thunderstorm watch until 9 o'clock for the region. The tornado watch for the western part of the area is still in effect and will go until 4 o'clock. But again, the new severe thunderstorm watch is until 9 o'clock and includes everyone in our viewing area. So what we are going to do is save this here. And we are going to put this here. Okay. That way we can get this quickly on air for you folks. It did not save. There it is. Alright, so here is your severe thunderstorm watch until 9 o'clock, and we'll get storm tracking here in just a moment. Let's post this as well. And again, so this will be a severe thunderstorm watch until 9 o'clock. We have that on your screen so you can see if you're in it or not. If you're watching us, you're in it unless you're in the tornado watch in Bell County. So at this time, let's get you back to radar because we have severe thunderstorms and even tornado warning storms in the viewing area or just off the west. The tornado warning is just to the west of the viewing area. But if I go onto our velocity imagery here, we're noting a strong area of rotation about to push into Bell County. And I got a feeling we're about to get another warning for Bell County. So again, I do believe we're going to get a warning here for Bell County. So let's go ahead and treat this like a tornado warning for western and southern Bell County. Let's go to the chroma key wall to show you that this is a severe warning storm in Bell County that is rotating. So let's zoom in here. This is our rotation right here where the greens and the reds are coming together. Still somewhat broad, but it is definitely rotating in this area. And if I'm going to switch over to another radar source, and we're just going to zoom in here on this cell. You can see it's kind of got that little notch in here, noting that rotation in the atmosphere here, and our rotation detector detecting strong rotation pushing toward Bond and Middlesboro, and I'm in those areas. I'm going to go ahead and get to my tornado safe place just to be on the safe side. We have the tornado warning up near Corbin, Kentucky. That, though, outside of our viewing area, it could impact northern Bell, western Harlan, western Leslie, but right now we're tracking this area of rotation that's going to be here, and I believe that is Whitley County, pushing into Bell County in the viewing area here just once. That's some rotation that'll push into Bell County in here within moments. We have this little knot here in this reflectivity, and that is where our rotation is. And we see these reds and these greens coming together, showing that rotation even more as it does push off to the east. This storm is moving fairly quickly. According to the National Weather Service, it's moving at 35 miles an hour. So we're going to switch over to our other source, full screen, We're going to track this off to the east at 35 miles an hour, and I'm going to do a longer storm track on it, and I'm going to take it into Middlesboro and far southwest Lee County at 35 miles an hour. And if I do that, that will put it into Frakes at 159, Herndon at 202, Bryson Mountain at 210, Meldrum at 221, Arthur 223, Harrogate, that's where the triple point is, that is at 225, Gibson Station at 229, Forge Ridge at 231, Little Creek 232 for the severe thunderstorm that is rotating enough. Can't rule out a quick spin-up tornado. The Weather Service in Jackson says 60-mile-an-hour winds within that. The Weather Service in Morristown has actually issued a considerable severe thunderstorm warning for areas to the south across parts of northeast Tennessee, for parts here of Claiborne, Campbell, and Union counties. Again, this is just outside of our area. And they're saying 70-mile-an-hour winds. So 60 to 70-mile-an-hour winds and some broad rotation could produce a quick spin-up of a tornado pushing into parts of southern Bell County. The strongest of these storms, I do think, are going to be across southwest Virginia and far northeast Tennessee. But the entirety of our area is in a severe thunderstorm watch now until 9 p.m. with a tornado watch for Bell County and points west until 4 o'clock. But again, Harlan, Letcher, Leslie County, Kentucky until 9, all of southwest Virginia, all of east Tennessee, or northeast Tennessee, and a tornado warning has been issued for Bell County. So we're going to go with wall-to-wall coverage, a tornado warning in Bell County. So we need to go wall-to-wall. Again, a tornado warning for Bell County. If you are in Middlesboro, Meldrum, Yellow Creek, and Frakes, let's be in that tornado safe place right now in southern and central Bell County. Let's zoom in here and let's go to the Chroma Key wall. If you are in Ponza, Harville, Clear Creek Springs, Olcott, Capito, Edgewood, Yellow Creek, Fond, Herndon, Frakes, Pearl, Middlesboro, Cumberland Gap. Let's get in that tornado safe place right now. Lowest floor, interior roof, away from exterior walls and windows right now. And at this time, again, we have Lee Field correspondent Billy Bowling. He is in this area. Last I heard, I think he was near the Harrogate area, and I am here in the studio tracking this for you. And if I turn on the high-resolution velocity, we're watching the rotation right now. It is in Whitley County, but it is pushing to the east at 35 miles an hour, and it's tightening up here near Pearl here. So right there is our rotation within this thunderstorm. And again, a tornado warning in effect for southern Bell County. There is our rotation just south of Pearl and Frakes, pushing really directly toward Middlesboro. So if you're in Middlesboro, let's get to that safe place. Edgewood, same thing. Right there is that rotation within the thunderstorm as it pushes to the east across the area. We're going to continue to watch the threat of a tornado within this. This is a tornado warning for Bell County. Let's go ahead and go back to our other radar product here, full screen. And let's look at the rotation tracker on this. And that green means a significant amount of rotation within the storm, strong rotation at least, within the storm. And yeah, so Billy is right at the Lee County, Bell County, Claiborne County border near Harrogate right now. This storm will head toward that area. So Billy is in a great spot to maybe get a visual on this storm. I get a tornado warning right now is in effect for southern Bell County in this red polygon that's on your screen. And right there is our rotation near Pearl, pushing into Fond and Middlesboro in Bell County. So again, areas in Bell County need to be in their tornado safe place as we speak due to this possible tornado that is pushing into the county near Pearl and Frakes and Fonda. That is where we are watching the threat of a tornado right now. And if this would continue, we would have to watch far northern Claiborne, northwest Hancock, and parts of southern Lee County, all right, if this was to continue on its current path. So again, we are watching a tornado warning storm, and we are in wall-to-wall coverage right now for tornado warning. If we're not talking about your area, you're not in danger right now. Note this whole line of severe thunderstorm warnings with some embedded tornado warnings is pushing to the east across the viewing area. So again, if you're not seeing a storm now, you're probably going to with this line of storms here. I'm going to put myself back up on the screen. This whole line is pushing east at about 40 to 50 miles an hour. If you're in Gate City, Churchill, Kingsport, Bristol, Johnson City, you're probably going to see storms here at some point, and those could be severe. That's why we're under the severe thunderstorm watch, but we cannot rule out a tornado even if we're under the watch. So again, the rotation right now is in western Bell County. It's on the Bell-Whitley County line. It's probably going to pass to the between Frakes and Fawn toward Edgewood and right into Middlesboro. Again, if you are in Middlesboro, I cannot stress enough, you want to be in that safe place right now. The tornado safety place, again, you want to go to the lowest floor of a sturdy structure. Campers are not a safe place to be, nor is an RV or a mobile home. You want to be on a sturdy structure away from outside windows and walls. A basement is best if you have one, but you want to be in the most interior room of a home. Again, no mobile homes, no vehicles, as those can be death traps in a tornado. So again, we are going to head straight back to our radar where we're watching that rotation. Let me circle it for you. And it is cycling right now. It's weakened for a second. It's pushing east directly toward Middlesboro. I'm going to put a storm track on this storm once again. I'm going to zoom out here because I want to do a longer storm track because it's tightening back up here as it is fully in Bell County. Tornado warning storm is moving east at 35 miles an hour toward the viewing area. Fork Ridge at 207. Middlesboro, this will be to you around 2:14. Give or take a couple minutes on that. Let's go ahead and prepare and get in that tornado safe place. If you are in Middlesboro, Kentucky, if you are in Harrogate, it'll be to you at 2:21. Gibson Station, 2:26. Wheeler, that's in parts of Lee County at 2:30. Cubage at 2:34 here with this storm. So again, we are watching this tornado warned storm right now in Bell County. Going to push into Lee County here in just moments. So again, we're watching the tornado warning. Billy Bowling again is on this storm and has a visual of that storm. It's broad rotation, pushing toward Capito, Edgewood, and Middlesboro in Kentucky. So again, this is going to head right over Middlesboro, and that is why we want you, if you are in Middlesboro, to be in that safe place. Because this rotation is heading right toward this downtown Middlesboro area. And the Weather Service in Morristown will have a decision to make if they want to extend this into Lee County, because this storm is moving pretty quickly and will be into the county within the next 15 minutes. So in Lee County, southwest Lee County toward Wheeler and Cohen Mill, Ewing, Groves Hill, we want to know what we're going to do if the National Weather Service issues a tornado warning for you. So again, that is the current situation. A tornado warning is in effect for Bell County, Kentucky, including Middlesboro, and that alert here does go until, let's see, that goes until 2:15 for this storm that is tornado warned right now. Again, I'll push it off to the east. I'm going to move it at 40 miles an hour. I think it's moving a little faster than 35. That would speed it up for Middlesboro at 212, Cumberland Gap 217, Harrogate 219, Gibson Station 223, Wheeler at 226 with this storm, and Ewing at 237. If you are in Lee County, let's get in that tornado. Let's prepare to get in that tornado safe place. Don't want to forget our friends in Leslie and Harlan counties and far northern Bell County. Got a tornado warning storm near Barberville. I'm not seeing much rotation with that. There might be a little bit near Barberville, a little bit here west of Crane's Nest. I think, though, the cell in Bell County, definitely the strongest rotating cell out of the two tornado warnings here. And I'm going to switch over. Let's go over to our other radar product, which will show us our rotation tracker. Again, over Fond right now, over towards Middlesboro and Cumberland Gap. Let's be in that tornado safe place. And again, like I said, Ewing, Groves Hill, Kaler, Wheeler, and southern Lee County, probably from Jonesville south, wants to know where they're going to go if they get in a tornado warning here over the next little bit. So again, we're on the air giving that first warning that tornado warning that's in effect for Bell County is going to push east into more of our viewing area over the next little bit. Let's switch back over to this radar software, and let's go to our reflectivity. We're noting again this strong line of storms, including strong damaging winds of up to 70 miles an hour. The potential of a tornado. We're going to see if we see any more rotation here down into Tennessee. There might be a little bit here southeast of between Clearfield and Speedwell, north of State Route 63. Our main rotation is going to be pushing toward the Middlesboro, Kentucky area in the next few minutes. And again, there's a little bit up near Barberville, Kentucky as well. Right now that does not impact our area, but could over the next little bit. I want to note severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for western Leslie County. Western and central parts of the county gets right up to downtown Hayden. This strong Boeing line of storms that's producing damaging winds up to 60 miles an hour. So did want to let our friends in Leslie County know that, as they are part of our viewing area. But again, this is riding the Tennessee, just north of the Tennessee-Kentucky border toward Yellow Creek, Edgewood, and Middlesboro, where this rotation is. And I would at least expect a severe thunderstorm warning soon, with the tornado possible attack for Lee County if we don't get a tornado warning for the county, which I believe is possible for the area. I could be wrong, but the National Weather Service might have to go with the tornado warning for Lee County because of this rotation right here again. And it's riding the border, so I think if they do issue it for southern Lee, I think out of course of least regret with how National Weather Service in Morristown normally draws the polygon, it might include northwest Hancock and far northern Claiborne when they would draw that polygon out. Again, I'm not saying they're going to issue a tornado warning. I'm saying, though, if this warning, the Weather Service in Jackson has issued it for eastern Kentucky, if it gets extended into Lee County, if northern Claiborne, northwest Hancock could be in that warning. But again, right here is where we have this possible tornado right now. It'll push into downtown Middlesboro. Now, this is an area, actually, that we see a lot of tornado warnings in our region. And so this area, talking regionally wise, within our viewing area, Lee County, kind of Bell County, Harlan County, this area of our region kind of sees more tornado warnings than what we do the further east you go. But everyone has the chance of an isolated tornado today, no matter if you're in Bell County or Ashe County. You have a threat of a tornado today. A new severe thunderstorm warning has came out for Lee County, a good part of southwest Lee, western Hancock, and most of Claiborne County until 2:45. The Weather Service is saying this storm could have some 60-mile-an-hour winds and could spin up a tornado. So it's for this complex moving out of Bell County, moving into Claiborne County, out of Campbell County as we speak. For this complex, a new severe thunderstorm warning for southwest Lee, far western Hancock from Sneedville West, and a good part of Claiborne County. But again, we have a tornado warning in Bell County, and if that rotation continues, we could see this upgraded to a tornado warning. This is kind of a first heads up, folks in Lee County, because we have some rotation that's pretty tight, broad a little bit. But again, Edgewood, Middlesboro, there's greens and reds right up next to each other, suggesting that we could have some rotation within that thunderstorm that could produce a tornado. And our rotation detector on our other source is showing that very well. There's a look at it. That's those greens noting the stronger rotation. The brighter the color you get on this, the stronger the rotation. And right now we're in this green category. You can't see it because the bar's there on the left side, but we're in the green category there. So we'll be watching it very closely here. And they are saying, so let's go up to the north real quick. On our other radar software, because we do have a second tornado warning that we're watching closely. And there's not much with it, but the National Weather Service says that 9 miles to the northeast of Barberville, there's some rotation. I want to note this because it would be extended into Leslie and Harlan and northern Bell if they extended this morning. I do just want to note that, but again, as we go back down to the south, we'll note this rotation continues as it pushes into Middlesboro. Now, of course, of least regret, I am in my safe place if I'm in Middlesboro. This has actually become strong enough, our radar, to detect a mesocyclone signature here that little triangle is kind of what that represents. So again, what that triangle is, that's where the rotation is here in Bell County. And if I pop the chroma key wall back up, you can see if that moves due east, that's heading right into downtown Middlesboro, like we've been saying, and into the Cumberland Gap region. So it's definitely something that we're going to have to watch. Again, I'll turn on our reflectivity for the rest of the region. Right now we're fine. We got showers and storms for at least the Metro Bristol, Kingsport, Johnson City area. Showers and thunderstorms, severe, some tornado warned as we're talking about to the west. It's pushing into the viewing area, there in Bell County, where we have that tornado warning. That is technically our coverage area, but again, here in Bristol, Kingsport, Johnson City, Greenville, these storms are still off to your west, but they're pushing off to the east, and those areas will potentially have these storms, and those could be severe. That's why we're all under severe thunderstorm watch until 9 o'clock, tornado watch here for Bell County until the time frame of 4 o'clock. And yeah, this rotation here is continuing. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning, by the way, and they also updated our tornado warning. A new severe thunderstorm warning covers a large part of the area of eastern Kentucky. New severe thunderstorm warning, we'll be able to see it better in our other software. If I can pull that up, includes a good part, all of Harlan County, all of Letcher County, and most of Leslie County out of severe thunderstorm warning until 3 o'clock for 60-mile-an-hour winds. But again, we'll zoom back down to our tornado warning because on our other software, I was looking at velocity. Let's go back to that because the velocity here was showing an uptick in our rotation right as it's pushing into Middlesboro. So that's why I wanted to get back on this, because this is pushing into downtown Middlesboro, a very populated part of Bell County. And right there's the rotation. Right here is downtown Middlesboro. So rotation where that triangle is. All right, here's downtown Middlesboro. This is a tornado warning. Weather Service set at 2:04. So about 3 minutes ago, severe thunderstorm capable seeing a tornado was located near Middlesboro. They have sped it up to 40 miles an hour, moving off to the east. You can see they trimmed off the back edge of this warning. It's now only Bell County, no longer Whitley County in danger. But again, the tornado warning for Bell County goes until 2:15. So for another 7, 8 minutes or so here, let's see here. Yeah, 7 more minutes. We'll have that tornado warning. And then, again, southwest Lee County, northern Claiborne, northwest Hancock really needs to be on alert because of this tornado warning in Bell County. If this rotation continues to tighten, we could definitely see a new tornado warning be issued to the east. So again, right there is our rotation pushing into Middlesboro as we speak. So again, Middlesboro, let's be in that safe place. You can see there, that's a pretty populated area here in Middlesboro. So again, we'll push that rotation in or just north of downtown into Cumberland Gap and Harrogate, and then into southwest Lee County. There is our rotation now, right there. And again, it continues to push into Middlesboro, Kentucky, and then eventually toward Wheeler, Kaler, Ewing, southern Lee County, a rural area of the county nonetheless. And then we'll be watching that here very closely. They are updating the tornado watch in Kentucky here. We're getting some new alerts potentially. Yeah, they just continued that severe thunderstorm watch in Kentucky. Okay, so there we go. All right, now let's zoom out. The tornado warning continues here for Middlesboro, basically Cumberland Gap. Probably it's going to stay probably south of Colmar and Meldrum, but again, Middlesboro and Cumberland Gap, the main spots here that we're watching in Bell County that could have a tornado on the ground right now. Let's look at our correlation coefficient. We've not looked at that. I don't see any debris on the ground right now, but we have some pretty strong circulation here. The Weather Service needs to, in Morristown, will be deciding very soon if they want to extend this warning into Lee County here over the next few minutes here. Again, we've not heard from them, excuse me, if they plan on doing that, but we do believe that there is a chance they could, as this rotation is pushing right over top of Middlesboro here as we speak. So there's the rotation in the Middlesboro area. Again, Cumberland Gap's right here. Harrogate's right here. And that is where we will have that potential of a tornado across the area. So again, we're probably going to have a tornado warning coming from for Lee County here soon. If not, if I'm in southwest Lee County and have a severe thunderstorm warning, it's got that tornado possible tag. Let's plan on a tornado warning being issued. If you are in Kaler, Wheeler, Ewing, Rose Hill, basically if you're Jonesville South in Lee County, Jonesville Southwest in Lee County, let's go ahead and plan on a tornado warning because our rotation detector continues to detect strong rotation over Middlesboro, Kentucky, pushing to the east. Good news, the tornado warning off to the north for Knox County, Kentucky has expired. Another rotation potentially popping up to the south in Claiborne County to the southwest of Arthur. I'm going to pull up here on the wall and show you what I'm talking about right here. We're watching a potential circulation to the southwest of Arthur, pushing east in Claiborne County. This one here in Middlesboro is going to push east into Lee County, Virginia, southwest Lee, northern Claiborne, northwest Hancock County. Needs to really be on guard in case the tornado warning Lee County, which they need, if they're going to. This tornado warning here expires in 4 minutes. Weather Service in Jackson has not told us what they're going to do because this might not fully be out of Bell County before the tornado warning expires. It's going to be close, though, for sure. And I do want to know, let's take our other radar source here real quick and zoom out. Wrong source, there we go. And there are more storms developing off to our west toward Nashville. A big line of storms behind this from Bowling Green up to Elizabethtown and then north of Nashville and back off to the west of Clarksville. So a lot more severe weather to go. And a new tornado warning for Claiborne and Hancock County and Lee County until 2:45. So this tornado warning has now been extended into Lee County. There you see it. I told you it probably include far northern Claiborne, far northwest Hancock, and southwest Lee, and they have done so. Let's get you over to this. This is now a tornado warning for Lee County, including Ewing. It gets close to Rose Hill, Kaler, Harrogate, Cumberland Gap, and far northwest Hancock County is in this as well. This is a new tornado warning until 2:45. Severe thunderstorm cable producing a tornado located over 5 or 7 miles west of Middles. Yeah, no, they're on. It's located right over Middlesboro over here, and it is moving off to the east at 40 miles an hour. So a new tornado warning has now been issued for Lee County. So if you're in this southwest Lee County, northwest Hancock, far northern Claiborne, including Harrogate, if you're in this tornado warning, let's go ahead and take our tornado safety precaution as we speak. That's the lowest floor interior room away from the exterior walls and windows. Excuse me. Want to be in the most interior room of your home, if at all possible. So because of this warning that is now out for the Lee County area here. So again, this is a tornado warning for Lee County, far northern Claiborne County at this time, along with, so it's southwest Lee, northwest Hancock, and northern Claiborne County. And a funnel cloud has been reported out of this storm. Our Leadville correspondent, Billy Bowling, has reported a funnel cloud in this storm as we speak. So a new severe thunderstorm warning is being issued, but let's treat this as this is on the ground. Let's go back to radar. Funnel cloud here spotted with this rotation in the Middlesboro area. So this is pushing into Lee County quickly. Ewing, Kaler, Harrogate, let's be in our safe place right now. Lowest floor, interior room away from exterior walls and windows. A funnel cloud reported with this storm over Middlesboro. Bell County, far southeast Bell County might need another tornado warning for a few moments. First off, real quick, just because of what the Weather Service just issued in Kentucky, and Jackson has issued a severe thunderstorm warning quickly from Hyden north in Leslie County for some 70 mile-an-hour winds. And there is some rotation within that right here, pushing into. They're going to be pushing in about 15 minutes to western Leslie County. So we'll watch that. Our main threat right now, though, that we are watching is pushing into the Cumberland Gap area into Wheeler. Again, a funnel cloud being spotted by Lee Field correspondent Billy Bowling. We'll try to get a picture of it in the Weather Center here in a moment. Another rotation here near Minton Mill, Arthur, and Combs in Claiborne County. That would eventually track toward Hancock County. But again, this is pushing into southwest Lee, northern Claiborne, far northwest Hancock and Martin Creek. Right here's our rotation pushing to the east. Bell County, you're technically under a tornado warning for another about 30 seconds to a minute. Actually, a tornado warning for Bell County has dropped off as the storm that is rotating has pushed into Lee County, Virginia. Right now is pushing into Lee County, Virginia, and far northern Claiborne County. Right here's our rotation, and it is pushing to the east. And a new tornado warning for Bell and Harlan until 2:45 from the National Weather Service in Jackson. Let me pull up this text and read it to you. Tornado warning for southwest Harlan, southeast Bell until 2:45. At 2:15, severe thunderstorms capable of producing both tornadoes and extensive straight-line wind damage located over Middlesboro, Hutch, or near Middlesboro, moving east at 40 miles an hour. This is radar-indicated rotation. They also say later on in this morning, this cluster of thunderstorms is capable of producing tornadoes and widespread significant wind damage. Don't wait to see or hear the tornado. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy structure. So again, this is a tornado warning situation. Tornado warnings are in effect right now for northern Claiborne, far northwest Hancock, southwest Lee, southern southwest, this would be Harlan, and northeast Bell counties. Tornado warning storm pushing off to the east. Right here with our broad rotation as this pushes off to the east. Wheeler, Gibson Mill, Ewing, Cohen Mill. Excuse me. Here is Rose Hill's about right here. Go ahead and treat it as you're hearing the warning. You're in Smith in Harlan County, Cubage in Bell County, in Cumberland Gap, and just to the east of downtown Middlesboro. Let's be in the tornado safe place, as we have tornado warnings now in effect for this area, as this round one of severe storms moves into the area. You're probably asking, will this destabilize the atmosphere for the second round? What the area that is seeing round 2 right now saw this round earlier and is still seeing severe weather over their directions. So again, this does not look like it'll stabilize the atmosphere. We'll have multiple rounds of severe weather today and tonight. But again, this is round 1, tornado warning for southwest Lee County, also for Bell County, Harlan County, northwest Hancock County. They both go until 2:45. Right here where all these polygons intersect is where our rotation is, right in the Cumberland Gap and Harrogate area, pushing toward Wheeler right now. And that will continue to push off here to the east. I believe that's what they're saying, yeah. It's moving east at 40 miles an hour. Let me see if I can see if we have any viewer reports coming in, or anything like that, or any pictures. If you have pictures, make sure you send those to us. But again, we'll be watching this closely as it moves into Lee County over the next few minutes. Again, it's our rotation here near Cumberland Gap. This is going to push along Highway 58, Gibson Station, Nash Mill, Gibson Mill, and Wheeler. Let's be in our tornado safe place right now. The lowest floor, interior room, away from walls and outdoor walls and windows at this time. And again, we have this as well for southern Harlan County and eastern Bell County here in parts of Kentucky. So again, we'll zoom out, show you the big picture real quick, because everyone's probably asking here, what about their town, or what about their city? These storms will most likely maintain their strength as they push off to the east, alright? So I would prepare for severe weather if I'm in the Tri-Cities as this storm pushes off to the east, because there's no sign that these storms are losing strength whatsoever. So if you're in the Tri-Cities, you want to stay tuned, because you're probably going to see some severe weather. Damage reports are coming in from Middlesboro. They're saying this is wind damage 2-foot diameter tree on a power line, and shingles are blowing off of a roof in Fond in Bell County. We had some pretty strong rotation when it was back over Fond. I'll be very interested to see if that's tornado damage in Bell County once the National Weather Service can get out and survey that. But again, this area here is where we have that rotation that has produced damage. This storm has a history of producing damage. Don't know if it's tornado damage. Could just be thunderstorm wind damage. But there is a chance that that is tornado damage in Bell County. So if so, that means this storm would have at least had one touchdown. Again, we don't know that, but that is a possibility. So since we have damage, let's make sure we're definitely taking this seriously here. Broad rotation as well that we've been watching west of 25E and near the Combs and Mill area of Claiborne County, but it's pretty broad right now, though we'll continue to keep an eye on it. National Weather Service now going to update a severe thunderstorm warning for Leslie County and tell us that that has the tornado possible tag on it. So that is new into the Weather Center. A severe thunderstorm warning in Leslie County now has the tornado possible tag. I'm not seeing much rotation up through here, but just in case, the Weather Service had a course of least regret. So again, if you're in Leslie County, Bell County, Harlan County, Letcher County, any of our Kentucky counties are under severe thunderstorm warning. Widespread damaging winds is the threat with those warnings. If you are in southwest Lee County, western Hancock, and most of Claiborne County, you're under severe thunderstorm warning for straight line wind damage. If you are in far southwest Lee County, far northwest Hancock County, including the Thompson's Mill area, or far northern Claiborne County, including Carrigan, Shawnee, Red Hill, you are in a tornado warning until 2:45. Also, if you are in Meldrum or Cubage or Smith or just south of Alva in Harlan or Bell counties, you are in a tornado warning until 2:45. Rotation is riding the Virginia-Kentucky border right here. Virginia-Kentucky-Tennessee border. It's trying to push off to the east. This is now starting to move east-northeast here with this storm here. So again, this is our area of concern as it pushes east. Rotation here in Lee County, Virginia. Again, rotation detector here, I'm looking at it, isn't showing much when it comes into excuse me, I'm still getting over a cold here, but again, we'll go back here to this radar product, Gibson Station, Wheeler, Cumberland Gap. We're showing you this right now because this rotation just moved through Cumberland Gap, moving into Wheeler and Cohen Mill, and this storm has produced damage here in Bell County, Kentucky, and we will continue to watch that, definitely. And again, if you have any information, send that to us here. We would love to have that information. Any damage reports, you can send that to us, and someone on our team will see it and relay that information to me while I'm here providing this coverage if I don't see it. But again, we're watching this broad rotation over Wheeler and Gibson Station. It's pushing off to the east in Lee County here. So again, we have Lee County, Virginia under a tornado warning for the next little bit until 2:45, as long as southern Bell, eastern Bell, and southwest Harlan here as well until 2:45, so another 22 minutes on that tornado warning. And then you have western Lee County, western Hancock County from Sneedville west, west Claiborne County under the severe thunderstorm warning for damaging straight line winds. The stronger part of this line is up into Kentucky, where large hail and damaging winds is possible for all of Harlan, Leslie, eventually up into Letcher counties. Again, rotation potential here in parts of western Leslie County now. This will push toward Wendover and probably just to the south or near Hyden. So just heads up there, a tornado possible, severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for that area until, let's see, that one is in effect for another 36 minutes, so that will go until 3 o'clock. We have so many warnings up this way. it is hard to keep up. But again, severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings are in effect for the viewing area, so that's why we're providing this extended live severe weather coverage, again with this broad rotation Wheeler pushing off to the east. Right now, it doesn't look like to me anything would be on the ground, but we've got damage back in Bell County being reported, and we also have a funnel cloud that was reported by our lead field correspondent, Billy Bowling, as it was near the triple point of Virginia, Tennessee, and Kentucky. So we definitely need to keep an eye on this storm closely. More broad rotation south of Riverview in Claiborne County that we're going to watch closely. Maybe some more broad rotation as you go up into Kentucky. So again, tornado warning is in effect for this area. Here, flashing in red until 2:45. Severe thunderstorm warnings are in yellow until many different times, depending on where you are and what warning you are under in the area. So again, we're going to watch these closely because these storms are moving east, folks. I'm going to track this line actually off to the east. We're going to put our storm track here in linear mode as we track them off to the east. And more cells could develop. That's not totally out of question, too. Models had kind of showed that. With how this is spelling out, this one's going to be hard to do a storm track on. We're going to try our best. So, but this line, let's see, they are saying, what was the last update on the tornado warning at 40? That's what it was, but the whole line moving at not 70, at 40 miles an hour. Approximate times of arrivals: Harlan at 2:40, Everett's 2:50, Sneedville 2:54, Pennington Gap 2:59, Hyden 3:10, Rogersville 3:15, Appalachia and Big Stone Gap at 3:22, Churchill 3:29, Gate City 3:37, Kingsport 3:43, Colonial Heights 3:47, Nicholsville 3:50, Bluntville at 4 o'clock, Johnson City 4:02, Bluff City 4:06, Bristol 4:10, Elizabethton 4:14, Abingdon 4:27, Meadowview 4:35, Damascus 4:43, Glade Spring around the same time, Mount City as well, Chilhowie at 4:51, Marion at around or a little after 5 o'clock. If these storms stay traveling at the same pace all the way through our viewing area, approximate times of arrivals for you on when you need to be near your safe place. Okay? So again, if you are watching our area, you are under the severe weather threat with these storms as they push off to the east. So we just want to let folks know here, especially those in southwest Lee County, parts of Bell and Harlan County too, but I think most of the threat's now in Lee County. But if you're like right along the Kentucky-Virginia border, you probably want to stay near your safe spot, along with Thompsonsville and Hancock County, Red Hill, Shawnee, Harrogate, really probably east of Harrogate now, and Shawnee, in Claiborne County. Let's go ahead and be in that tornado safe place due to this storm that could be producing a tornado. The strongest rotation is along Highway 58 over Wheeler right now, pushing to the east toward Cohen Mill and Ed's Mill. I'm not sure once this strengthens again, if we will get an extension of this warning, or if we'll just get a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag. We'll have to wait and see on that. But again, I know holiday weekend, Memorial Day weekend, it's a Sunday afternoon and evening. No one wants to be dealing with severe weather right now. But Mother Nature is calling and says that we have to deal with severe weather right now. So that's exactly what we're doing with these tornado warnings that are in effect for our viewing area. So again, we are watching this threat very closely. Here, I'm looking at our other product to see what it thinks rotation-wise. And the other product, by the way, talking about inch diameter hail here in parts of Bell County, pushing into Passport. But again, down here into southwest Lee County, which don't have the best radar coverage, but is showing some rotation still. The rotation detector that I have been showing is a little weaker than what it was earlier when we had that damage report over Fawn. Again, I'll be very interested to see about that. And it's going to go up sphere now. All right, let's go to correlation coefficient. Don't see any sign of debris, which is good news. So the good news is that we are just watching broad rotation right now over southwest Lee County. These storms are severe, though. No matter what, they're producing probably some damaging winds in excess of 50, maybe 60 miles an hour as they push off to the east if they don't have a tornado with them. I would say tornado-wise, as of right now, as part of the warning here in Dell and Harlan County, probably okay. This area here in Lee County that I would be concerned about near the Wheeler community or just east of Wheeler. We have some broad rotation going on, maybe a wall cloud or a funnel cloud. Be right there just south of Highway 58 heading toward Cohen Mill. All right, Hancock and Claiborne County, let's stay in that safe place for just a little bit. Again, we haven't really got an update from the Weather Service since they issued. All right, I spoke too soon. National Weather Service in Morristown has continued a tornado warning for Claiborne County and Hancock County, along with Lee County until 2:45. At 2:30, severe thunderstorm cable producing tornado. They're saying it's near Middlesboro. So that Middlesboro is way out of the warning now. Is right here near Wheeler. Moving east now. They are speeding this thing up to 45 miles an hour. Again, National Weather Service saying this is now going to be moving at 45 miles an hour. So let's track this now at 45. Just the rotating part here. So we're going to have to change our storm track here to the east at 45. But a longer storm track on this to get some more communities in here. So if we track it due east at 45, the storm track will probably include Gate City and Kingsport. Not saying those areas would be impacted, but it's a possibility. Thompson Mill, 243, Hennigertown, 248, Sneedville, 255, Jonesville Campground at 3 o'clock. Don't want to be in a camper during this. That's for sure. Flingertown at 3:01, Jonesville around 3:02, Kylesford 3:07, Cold Springs 3:22, Jasper 3:25, Duffield around 3:25. I'd say the tornado warning part will stay well south of the Duffield area though. Kermit 3:30, Churchill around 3:31, Rye Cove 3:33, Mount Carmel 3:35, Conklin Town 3:36, Yuma at 3:38, Gate City 3:41, and this storm will probably be near the Kingsport area around 3:40. If it was to hold itself together and still be rotating at that point, we would have to be on guard for the Kingsport and Gate City areas between 3:30 and 4 o'clock. So that's another hour away, but it's a good first warning heads up. We also got some rotation here that we need to watch near Yancey in Harlan County. If we look at that, so we got this near. Let's zoom out a little bit. Give you our three areas that we are watching. So we have this here south of Harlan, this south of Alva, and this in far northern Claiborne, far southwest Lee County. So again, I really think the Lee County one and the Claiborne County is the strongest of them all. So again, that is what we're watching. The Weather Service has about 12 more minutes. I wasn't looking at the clock, making an estimate, but it's 12 more minutes here on this tornado warning and the severe thunderstorm warning, actually, for this storm. So we'll have to see what they do with it. I would say definitely the Kentucky tornado warning would probably be allowed to expire. We'll have to see if this one in Lee County is allowed to expire, if they extend it east in time or extend it in time and area off to the east, because if so, we'd be looking at more of Hancock and southern Lee County. Again, I do think this storm will stay south of Jonesville. Well, probably at least the tornado warning part of this part of the line, well south, probably Pennington Gap. Probably stays north of Sneedville, but tornado warning storm sometime can take a right turn. So that's something we have to watch very closely here. So again, if you are watching us here in, let's say, Kingsport or Gate City, I would be on guard. This storm is moving to due east, so this would be you in the general area of Gate City and Kingsport between 3:30 and 4 o'clock. So give it an hour to an hour and a half, and that would be in your area. A new severe thunderstorm warning for 70-mile-an-hour winds and tornado possible for Harlan, Knott, Leslie, Letcher, and Perry counties in Kentucky. Weather Service saying a tornado could be possible in that. I don't see much in the way of rotation in that, though, which is good news. So let's go back down to our tornado warning. Any rotation between Cohen Mill and Ewing Mill, but it's definitely weakened here. It'd be right along the Tennessee-Virginia border if we had rotation producing a tornado within this. So again, the rotation there has weakened, but I'm watching a strengthening area of rotation here near Oak Grove and Hopewell in Claiborne County. National Weather Service has updated the tornado warning. Bell County all clear. They are watching this area right here to the southwest of Martins Fort. The Weather Service in Jackson is, I do believe. Yeah, over Hensley Store, 7 miles south of Harlan. 7 miles south of Harlan would be right here. I think I'm watching this. I don't exactly know where the Hensley Store area is. Could be watching this here in the northwest of Martins Fork as well. There's a couple areas of rotation to watch there. But again, this year, south of Cohen Mill in Lee County, far northwest Hancock County, does need to be watched. Martin Creek, Thompson Mill, let's be in that safe place here for the next few minutes. Only about 9 minutes to go on this tornado warning unless it gets extended. And we are yet to know if that will be the case. So again, if you are in the rest of the area, you are not in danger right now. But these storms continue to move to the east and most likely will maintain severe strength as they push to the east. We've got a pretty unstable environment last I looked, and I believe that is the case. I'm looking again. Yeah, we got a very unstable environment here in our region. And I see no reason why these storms could not persist on to the east, maybe with a little bit lower of a tornado threat. But I will say they will most likely persist definitely with a damaging wind threat off to the east. So again, we are going to watch this very closely near Cohen Mill. Again, that rotation is pretty broad. You've got a rotation near south of Yancey, a rotation near Boone's Pass, northwest Lee County, there in Martins Fork. So again, that is the area we're watching very closely for, and then this area south of Hopewell also has some broad rotation for development. That would be the area we're watching. We are going to stick with this for about 8 more minutes and see if the tornado warnings get extended. If we have no more tornado warnings, we'll go off the air as long as nothing looks super concerning to us. We'll look up into Weather Services saying some 70-mile-an-hour winds could be possible from around Hayden down to Harlan, and that's going to push into a good part of Letcher County. Tornado warning update. Weather Service is pushing this off to the east very quick, much quickly now. 55. National Weather Service in Morristown canceled Claiborne County. This is for a small part of Lee County, including Ewing, and parts of far northern Hancock County. Does include Thompson Mill. Severe thunderstorm cable producing a tornado was 13 miles east of Middlesboro, moving east at 55 miles an hour. So again, so there's a couple areas. We have this north of Ewing, and then this along the state line that we're watching. Both of these are pushing to the east, and we see an update or an extension of this tornado warning. They're yet to decide what they're going to do, but they would go ahead and issue it. In my opinion, either severe thunderstorm or tornado warning have not entirely decided, so we're watching this closely. Again, Ewing is really the only sizable town in this warning. So again, if you're in Ewing, let's be in that safe place. Thompson Mill as well over there in Hancock County. We want to be in a safe place. This storm does push off to the east across the area. So again, and then we have maybe some rotation up near Boone's Path, and then storms on up to the north are mainly a damaging wind threat. So again, tornado warning continues here, and a new severe thunderstorm warning for parts a good part of Harlan County, far southeast Letcher County. This goes until 3:30 for 70-mile-an-hour winds and a possible tornado, according to the Weather Service. But again, we are watching this tornado warning here in Bell County, or in Lee County and northern Hancock County. If I was concerned about here, it's right there in northern Hancock County, exactly where we're watching for that. This current time. So again, right now we are watching this very closely, pushing off to the east, between Ed's Mill and Martin Creek is where that rotation is pushing in at this time. And then again, just south of Ewing, maybe a little bit, but again, that would be where our rotation would be if I had to pick out a spot. To say where the strongest rotation was, the National Weather Service has 5 more minutes. Really not even that, to decide what they're going to do. This severe thunderstorm warning will expire at 2:45. So will the tornado warning, so they're going to have to do something, because I do believe at least damaging winds are within this. So again, we're watching this very closely. So again, let's zoom out. Most of the area is clear, but these storms are heading to the east through the viewing area. More storms off to the west near Nashville. And then we have these storms from basically Hayden down to Harlan, pushing east, and that will encompass the rest of Harlan County, the rest of Leslie County, and into all of Letcher County. Bell County, you're done with severe weather for now. There is multiple more rounds of severe weather possible. This round through about 9 o'clock, so that would include this and anything back in the west that heads our way. And then we'll have another round overnight between midnight and 7 a.m. where another line of storms will push through with damaging straight line winds, and they're issuing a severe thunderstorm warning now for Lee County, Scott County, far western Scott County, and western Wise until 3:30. Tornado possible tag on this with 16-mile-an-hour winds. Kind of shocked they didn't include parts of Hancock and Hawkins, with at least parts of Hancock within this. That tells me is we're going to probably expire the tornado warning at 2:45. Might be wrong, but I believe we'll probably expire the tornado warning at 2:45 and just keep with this severe thunderstorm warning until 3:30. So again, we're watching closely. The tornado warning still remains in effect until 2:45 for parts of Lee and far northern Hancock, also far southern Harlan, but nothing's going on really in that part of Harlan County. 70-mile-an-hour wind threat from east of Hayden east to Harlan east to Everett, Cumberland, Blackie, Whitesburg, Jenkins, Payne Gap, and then the new severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-an-hour winds includes parts of Lee, Scott, and Wise counties. Now in parts of southwest Virginia. The Weather Service in Jackson just expired the tornado warning for Harlan County. Nothing yet on what they're going to do for the tornado warning in Lee County, but this rotation is south of Ed's Mill. It is pushing out of the tornado warning in that severe thunderstorm warning. So I believe they are going to go ahead and expire the tornado warning at 2:45. And let this continue with the tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning. And we may have to come back on if we go off the air, and if so, that is fine. Kind of shocked they haven't, though, warned this batch here in northeast Tennessee that's pushing east, because this probably has some damaging winds with it, with what the velocity signature looks like. Yeah, there's probably definitely some damaging winds, maybe even some broad rotation at times in there. Again, this year near just south of Ed's Mill, any possible tornadic circulation is outside of the tornado warning now, and they have yet to extend it. There's about another minute left on that tornado warning, so I would say they are not going to. Let's turn off our radar real quick. We'll keep the warnings on, but we are going to pop up power outage map. The county outages here. And a lot of counties, Star West, reporting power outages. Nothing reported in our area yet. These storms have just now moved through, so we'll watch it closely because we have heard of damage and even damage to power lines in Bell County. So we know there'll be some damage there that we're going to have to watch closely. But again, storms from now Hazard to Everett, pushing east into the rest of Harlan County, into Letcher County, could have some 60 to 70 mile an hour winds. Can't rule out a quick spin up, but that threat looks fairly low within that batch. Still watching this storm down here in far southern Lee County. It does have some rotation, but the National Weather Service has said the tornado warning can expire, and the severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for Lee County, far western Scott County, and parts of western Wise County for 60 mile an hour winds and some penny size hail until 3:30. So when we have these severe thunderstorm warnings across the western part of the area, these will continue to expand east over time, most likely, especially across southwest Virginia, the far northern part of East Tennessee, along the Tennessee-Virginia border. Then comes round two a little later. We'll continue to keep you updated live on the air right now, but as of now, we will go off the air. We'll come back as needed. For now, though, from the First One Tri-Cities Severe Weather Alert Center, I'm First One Tri-Cities Chief Forecaster, Skylar Doyle.